This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
I love that intro. Thanks, Patty. Welcome to DBL. It's Thursday, June 11th. I'm Jeff. I'm here with Tori, and my boy Al joins us from home. Al, looking good, my man.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Got the, this is just plaid. This isn't houndstooth, right, Tori?
Correct. That is a wider plaid and therefore not a houndstooth.
I like the distinction, and I love that you're rocking the pink with it.
Oh, real men wear pink.
I'm with you. All right, guys, let's jump right in here. Lisa Vanderpump is speaking out after 4 cast members were fired from her show, Vanderpump Rules. As we mentioned, Brett Caprioni, Kristen Doty, Max Boyens, and Stassi Schroeder, no relation, were all fired from the show over racially insensitive comments and tweets. Now, Lisa Vanderpump released a statement on Instagram saying she is, quote, deeply saddened by some of the lack of judgment that has been displayed. She went on to say that her family and business condemns all forms of cruelty, racism, homophobia, bigotry, and unequal treatment. Meantime, Stassi's mom, Dana, wants her daughter back on the show and is urging fans to campaign to get Stassi rehired. And former cast members Faith Stowers is apparently considering a defamation lawsuit against Stassi and Kristen over the false claims about her being a criminal. This is everywhere on my feeds and everywhere in America. My question is, why?
Why is it all over?
Yes, I just want to let me clear this up, okay? Why do people care so much? I understand the time that we're in. I totally get that. I understand we have to condemn racism and all that. 12% of America doesn't know who our vice president is, okay? So that's roughly 300 million people who don't, or 30 million people who don't know who our vice president is. But we're worried about what people said on Vanderpump Rules. So take that into who your governor is, who you should be voting for in your next election. Maybe that should be the importance. This is the second day we're doing this story. So that's where I want to take it. But what do you guys think?
Civic duty coming from Schroeder. I appreciate that.
I'm sorry, but it's just like, how does this get more than who your local governor is and who the vice president is?
I think that's fair. I also think this is a relatable story for businesses out there right now.
Right? And it needs to be talked about.
Right.
I don't want to totally throw this story away.
Right.
Could I use the term baby with the bathwater?
I think you can.
I've been waiting for that.
It's
All right,
your
sorry,
time.
go ahead. I want to get your take.
No, I think what's really important here is that every business, and Al, I want to get your take, that just put up a Black Lives Matter, what do they really have? And Bravo has done a remarkably terrible job. Faith Stowers is the only Black cast member in 8 seasons.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. So the fact is, a lot of people said if Stassi or Faith were a dog because she loves dogs so much, she would be fighting to save them in the streets. So I think we have here is a microcosm or a relatable job business, and we're seeing how that plays out. Al, do you agree that it's just a relatable kind of thing?
I don't think it has anything to do with being relatable or your governor, Jeff. You know what it has to do with, man? Remember Johnny Manziel? It's money. It's not about Vanderpump Rules. It's about the commercials that play in between the breaks. And those companies do not want to associate themselves with comments like that. So it's going to be up to them. Tucker Carlson, I believe, just got some average. I think Disney and T-Mobile pulled from his show yesterday. That's what it's about. It's really just about the money at this point. It's not really about like how you feel about the issue.
All right. Well, thank you. I took that in a different direction. I thought it was important to get that take, but that was from Newsweek, to quote where I got that information.
Yeah, I mean, that's from the viewer's point of view. You're exactly right, but I think it's all about the advertisers.
All right. I like it. All right. Moving on. Whoopi Goldberg and Ava DuVernay have been, is it DuVernay or DuVernay? Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. DuVernay have been,
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
All right. Have been, I've heard both. I've heard both. All right, we're going to come back to that, trust me. Have been elected to the Oscars Board of Governors. This is Ava DuVernay or DuVernay's first time joining the board, which presides over 9,000 members of the Academy. She will represent the director's branch. Meantime, Whoopi won her bid for re-election in the actor's branch. She went up against other actors, including Richard Dreyfuss and Rita Wilson, great actors. As a result of the election, there are now 26 women on the board out of 54 members and 12 people of color. I think that's a great thing.
Progress.
Being, what, 2016?
Yeah, Oscar So White.
Yes.
Remember that? And I will say, Whoopi deserves it because she won an Oscar, you know, for Ghost.
I'd say she qualifies.
I feel like she definitely qualifies for that. And for Ava DuVernay, is from what I've heard, is the last name. It's a shame that there isn't more storytellers behind the cameras to greenlight those projects. She's always said that, and once we get that, we get actual stories from actual people that are not represented.
Al, what do you think about this story? You got to be loving it, buddy.
I do, and also, you know what, Jeff? It's just that it's starting to look more like America. Out of 54 people, I believe I heard, it seems like exactly half are women. 26, is that right? Is my math right? I don't think so. Yeah, almost. And you know, black folks are 13% of the population, and there's 12 people of color. I believe I heard that correctly. So it's a good start. It doesn't have to be equal. You know, there could be more black folks. There could be more people of Asian descent, more people of Pacific Asian descent. It's like as long as there's color in the room. Yeah. As long as there's people from different backgrounds, we'll get different stories. That's what we want. We just want stories.
I couldn't agree more. Now, Al, agree with this. Is it Duvernay or Duvernay?
He's going to say my way.
I've heard Duvernay.
Alexa, we did this before the show, and I said Duvernay as well. No, Duvernay? Anyways, a new report suggests that it was actually Prince Harry's decision to exit away from royal life. Speaking of nobody cares, leaked information from the upcoming unauthorized biography about the couple suggests that it was more of Harry's idea to split ties with the royal family than it was Meghan's. The reports say Harry drove the decision to leave and that he had been unhappy with royal life for a long time. I have so much on my mind. You go first.
You haven't been able to sleep because of this Harry exit kind of thing. Look, I think Harry, this isn't unheard of before. I think it was Edward VII or Edward VIII abdicated the throne because he fell in love with an American, Mrs. Simpson. They ran away. If you didn't know that, it was
I did not know that.
Yeah, so that's his, I think, great uncle. And if you think about his mother, Princess Diana, of course, a tragic death in wake of all of that. I think it was Edward VIII. Excuse me. Thank you, Arash.
No one would have known.
No one cares about Duvernay, but they care about the right, exactly. Is that he's just following in a rebellious streak within the monarchy, and I think he's going to be happier overall.
Don't you just think it was their decision and they're happy and leave them alone?
Let it go,
Who cares what this is? It's a couples. They're happy, leave them alone. Al, give us some hard-hitting topics or something to talk about with this.
I heard this story, I thought about you. You are one of the most fiercely staunch defenders of your wife in terms of making sure that she's safe mentally and physically. And that's one of the things. It's like, you know, obviously taking the royal titles away, what do we really have? We have a couple that felt like they were unfairly put upon by not only their community around them and by their family. So they removed themselves. And I guarantee you a lot of people can relate to that because their family did not agree with who they married or why they married.
Al just brings up a good point too, that why does it have to be Meghan or Harry? Like you said, why can't it just be that couple as a team and a partnership came up together with this might be a better move for us and our son?
I actually said that too.
You did. I apologize. You did.
Al just said it way more eloquently. But but Al did. Thank you for pointing that out, Al, because you made a good point. I chose to go the route of sarcasm.
Right.
But yeah, it's their decision. Leave them alone.
Yeah, totally
They're happy.
Yeah.
They're happy.
Move
all right,
on.
let's move on. Garth Brooks fans will get to see him perform this year after all, but it's going to look a little different than your average concert. Let's say that. The country singer announced he'll be holding drive-in theater events at 300 locations across the country. It's happening for one night only on June 27th. Tori's loving this.
Oh, yeah.
With Garth broadcasting on the big screen. Here's what he said about this on GMA this morning.
We are excited because this is a reason to get out of the house, but at the same time, you get to follow all the COVID rules from every individual state, and you get to have fun and stay within the guidelines of social distancing. But we're calling it social distancing partying.
Well, I was going to say, doesn't he look like Fred Durst?
He did. He looked a little bit like
He
Fred
looked a lot like Fred Durst. I don't know if you can see that, Al, but it costs $100 per car. So as many people you could fit in that car for $100. I don't know if that's we're going to be doing a story on that June 28th. Trust me.
The next day, absolutely.
I have a question for you guys. What happens when the first person gets out the car and another car goes, well, they got out the car? That's when we're going to see how strict these rules are.
I think Garth.
No, they said you could pack as many people as you can into that car for $100.
No, I know, but somebody's going to get out the car and start dancing. People aren't staying in that hot, sweaty car. Somebody's getting out the car.
You're not just like, I've got friends in low play, beep, beep. You want to get out and dance.
I thought you were going to do like, I got friends in my trunk, like something.
I was thinking about it and I couldn't come up with anything.
Dang. We'll work on it over the break with the Duvernay thing. Al, don't go anywhere. Coming up on DBL, Elton John comes through for his ex when she needed his financial support. Would you ask your ex for cash if you needed it? We're sharing those exact comments. And Paula Abdul dances with her younger self, how she's keeping up with her old moves from back in the day. And it's almost the end of the week, and we want to thank our co-workers who are producing, everyone working from home in that booth, Robin, that steady cam.
Yeah, Rob.
Great job, everybody. We'll be right back.
Closed caption.
Are making 50 look like the new 30, but now some other stars are also showing off their fit over 50 physiques. Heather Graham, who just turned 50. All right, wow, nice.
You can't say anything.
What? I can't read and look too. I wanted to see the picture. She turned 50 earlier this year. She looks terrific. She posted this pic on the beach. Oh, that's not her, but she looked great in a white bikini, right?
Is that Elizabeth Hurley, I believe?
Yeah, we're going to move on to her. But she doesn't like sugar or alcohol. That's her secret, okay? Heather Graham. Elizabeth Hurley, who you see right there.
Yes.
All right. Now the prompter's just not moving and it's making me look bad. Elizabeth Hurley celebrated her 55th birthday yesterday by posting this pic in leopard print bikini. She really does look great. I mean, this is 50 plus is amazing. And model Paulina Porizkova bared all in this topless photo she posted on Instagram. She's 55, by the way. Wow.
Okay, can I tell you guys something really interesting? I was watching Golden Girls, by the way, that holds up. They have great writing on that show. But Blanche Devereaux is supposed to be like 48 on that show.
And like just looks super old.
And this is like what 55-year-old people look like nowadays.
Who was that woman that we did? I believe she was Asian of some descent.
Oh, Vera Wang was at 70.
God.
At 70.
That is crazy.
It
Al,
blows your mind.
What is going on? What are some of your, because you look good, Al, what are some of your beauty secrets?
Jeff, I'll tell you this. I know we're looking at celebrities. I know people are going to be like, yeah, right, well, they got personal trainers and they have personal chefs. It's not a big deal. Let me tell you this, bro. I walk the streets when I do have to go to the grocery store, like pre-COVID, when I would see human beings. There's never been a time where I've seen more like ripped 50-year-old women, especially. Like in line, you know, they just got back from CrossFit. People are in great shape, man.
Dang.
It's crazy.
Those people were.
Yes, they are. And I'm just speaking over 50. I'm not gawking. So
It's a really unbelievable, though.
all right, I just want to clear that up.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of fit over 50, you have to see this next video of Paula Abdul dancing to her hit song Forever Your Girl with her younger self. Let's watch.
I'm a performer. Always have been and always will be. Never letting anything get in my way. Not the doubts, distractions, or voice in my head.
Wow, she looks terrific. The 57-year-old dancer and singer is now the new spokesperson for Voltaren Arthritis Pain Gel, and from the looks of it, I would use it.
Yeah,
The stuff works. She really looks like herself, their younger self. I barely could tell.
I didn't really know which one was which, but I will say this: Paula Abdul is a straight up dancer. I mean,
Straight up? Was that a pun?
Oh my God, I should have said it was, but it wasn't. Straight up, now tell me. She is a cheerleader. She was a national cheerleader for, I think, Dallas.
I can't do this, Tori. I cannot do this. I have beef.
With
Tori.
Abdul?
I love to see her dance, but I need MC Scat Cat. Where is he at? Where's MC Scat Cat? Bring him back.
I agree.
He's looking good.
He is looking good.
He was getting Jamba Juice the other day. I saw him.
Look, little whiskery, little
Fantastic.
old whiskers, but looks good.
It's all in the juice, Al. It's all in the juice. Coming up on DBL, Elton John just proved what a great guy he really is and gave his ex money when she needed it. What would you do? I don't know. Your comments coming up next.
We know what you would do.
If you are new to Medicare,
Call 800-800-4988. That's 800-800-4988.
Welcome back to DBL. Sir Elton John has proven himself to be a very generous ex, and it's heating up a conversation about boundaries when it comes to past relationships. He broke off his engagement to his fiancée, Linda Hanna, over 50 years ago. Now, she's recovering from knee replacement surgery and is no longer worrying about bills or time off from work to recover, all because he was quick to respond with a check. He says she supported him before he was rich and famous. Oh, I like that. So, DBL Nation, we want to know, is it okay to get financial help from an ex? I'm going to read those comments, and I think Tori or Al, first comments for you, all right? Nicola from Facebook says, you should never hit up an ex for money unless he's Elton John. Good point.
I think it's a good point.
No, look, I feel like I really respect somebody more if they're cool with more of their exes than they're not. They should just be friends at that point, not romantic partners. So if you really need money, why not reach out?
There you go. Tori Max from Facebook says, my ex and I were so codependent, we even had to break up as friends.
Wow.
Our need for each other was getting in the way of new relationships, a double breakup.
Yeah, a double breakup. Okay, you do have to have boundaries, right? But I do think I loved what Elton John said is, she was there for me when I was down and out. And someone that remembers that and those type of people, those are loyal, good people. So I was always close with my ex. We actually became roommates because we couldn't afford to find new places back in LA. And if there was need, you're there because they were there for you, of course, case-by-case basis.
Absolutely. All right.
Financial
Rochelle,
need.
Financial need. Al, do you not like this? Are you? That felt like there was some. That was a stone.
I'm just letting. Tori's a married woman. I want to know it's just money.
Oh yeah, yes, just financially. Yes.
All right, Rochelle from Facebook says, it's been 7 years since my ex-husband and I got divorced. We are better friends than spouses. I was able to help him get a great job and help me buy a house. Huh, good for you. I think that's great.
That's your response? That's your response?
That's what's up, man.
Out of time here. I mean, listen, it's Elton John. You have millions and billions of dollars, and it was 50 years ago. Nobody's getting jealous.
Yeah.
And you could afford it.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think she's still standing because of her knee replacement?
No, she's actually probably in a bed.
Okay.
Horizontal. We'll be right back. Welcome back to DBL. Tori, what are you a fan of?
I don't know. It's like puppies, kittens, and sweet, sweet deals.
Oh, yeah, sure are. Earlier, Stephanie showed us some great products at even better prices in DBL Deal Blast, sponsored by Morning Save. Take a look.
All right, Steph, hit us. What do you have for us today?
It's the Air 2 True Wireless Earbuds.
Ooh.
Look at these. With wireless charging pad and case. They literally give you the most perfect sound. They fit really snugly in your ears and they look super awesome. And this carry case, well, it also charges them, which is really cool.
Bravo.
So these are normally $150, Tori, and right now they're only $29. Now, we all want to have flawless, youthful looking skin,
yes.
and I found the ultimate product for it. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, let me see.
This is the Selected Cosmetics Instant Facelift with a powerful combination of minerals and antioxidants that help firm and tighten your skin. Honestly, amazing.
Wow. And
it makes my hand feel so soft even when I'm just rubbing it in. I mean, it's gorgeous.
That's lovely.
It's lovely. Okay, normally, this is $300, right? $300. Now, Tori, it's $29. This
Whoa.
is the True and Tidy multi-surface steam mop that helps me keep everything in check. So it's got steam technology, which means you can clean without the use of any scary chemicals.
Oh,
and
fabulous.
this head design, look at how much it moves. So it can reach all the areas that you might find difficult normally. So normally this is $100. Right now it's only $39. Last but not least, the Poseidon Portable Water Flosser. This dental water jet can basically get into all the nooks and crannies that brushing, well, it can't. And it's cordless, which is really handy.
Nice.
Comes in black or white. Now, normally, this is $50, and right now it's only $24.
All right, guys, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph.
Sweet, sweet deals. Now, I want to comment on those deals, but we have to go back to the Duvernay thing. Al, what'd you think it was?
Duvernay.
Tori, what'd you think it was?
I also thought it was Duvernay.
And what did our producers come up with?
Duvernay.
So we looked online and I believe it's pronounced Duvernay. Big Jeff, give it to me.
Slow clap.
Listen, I bet you everyone out there is right. Is it Duvernay or Duvernay?
It comes from the French, and du is of, so maybe it's of the Vernay family. Duvernay. He's sleeping.
DBL is new every day. Al, I did the old sleeping for you, buddy. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. See you then, everybody.